Oh, let me tell you something right now. They better not show their asses at that Met Gala. Because have you seen the theme? See, with a now defunct clothing line called Preserve that once hearkened the allure of antebellum, not to mention that they got married at a plantation, documentation of which you will find nowhere on the internet as far as celebrity weddings are concerned. That might be the smartest thing they've ever done. No doubt they had the reception in this lovely facility called the Cotton Dock. This is probably what it looked like, and it's just a few yards away from the quarters. No. We're not having that at this Met Gala. We all thought them showing up at SNL was premeditated and presumptuous. Imagine they show up on the red carpet next to this guy, Coleman Domingo, who's one of the chairs. Or better yet, next to this couple, Rihanna and ASAP, who are also chairs. Guys, I know it's going to be hard to be downtown in Tribeca with all the excitement going on uptown. But please do not come. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Ms. Wintour, I would ask that you not extend the invitation, but I think you probably know better.
We're kind of used to seeing, and pardon my language here, but we're very used to seeing like a Blake, right? She's very unkind to reporters, and genuinely, I think that there's just a lack of a better word there. She seems to hate the press junkets over the years. She barely seems to enjoy her fans. She kind of thinks that she's above her fans, thinks she's above the press, and is just always rude, right?
We left because the vibes were not vibing. Like wasted hair, makeup, outfit to go to the city, drink a margarita in a mason jar, take a bucket of popcorn, take 2 bites, see Anna Wintour, see Justin Baldoni, and left to go back to Connecticut. Like, talk about blue balls.
Blake Lively and Anna Wintour have been fashion world besties for years.
Blake Lively and Anna Wintour have been fashion world besties for years. But it looks like that powerful bond has finally started to crack. Rumors are spreading fast that Blake has been banned from the Met Gala. And the situation behind the scenes is far more chaotic than anyone could have imagined. According to insiders, everything started when a leaked email allegedly revealed Blake criticizing both Anna Wintour and her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. That message reportedly made its way straight to Anna. And considering her reputation for maintaining strict control over Vogue and the Met Gala, it's no surprise that she didn't take the alleged comments lightly. For more than a decade, Blake has been one of Anna's favorite stars, gracing multiple Vogue covers, dazzling fans at nearly every Met Gala since 2008, and becoming one of the most celebrated red carpet icons of her generation. Anna even reportedly pushed for Blake's big return on the September 2024 cover, proving how much faith she had in her. But now, those once close ties seem to be unraveling, as whispers of tension, disrespect, and career missteps grow louder. Even reality star Bethany Frankel added fuel to the rumors, hinting that the It Ends With Us premiere felt unusually tense and suggesting that Blake's behavior might have rubbed people the wrong way. The combination of leaked emails, awkward encounters, and mounting controversy has left fans questioning whether Blake's glamorous image is starting to fade and whether Anna's rumored decision to distance herself marks the end of one of fashion's most powerful friendships. If the reports are true, Blake could be facing the ultimate consequence in the fashion world, losing her spot at the Met Gala, an event she helped define with her unforgettable style moments. Still, in an industry built on image and influence, nothing stays secret for long end as the drama unfolds. Everyone's watching to see whether this is just a temporary fallout or the final curtain call for one of the most talked about fashion duos of the decade.
There's an hour, and it's like too short to go to dinner, too long to stand there in stilettos. And so I see one of Blake's team members, and they're a little distant and a little like icy to me. Just there's something that I'm like, oh wow, okay. And I've, in other circumstances, this person is not this way, and it was slightly off-putting to Danielle and I. We both like noted it. And then it was one of these theaters that has all these like escalators in it. Okay, so we're like, what do we do? So we go to get margaritas, and that night, like, I had a malfunction, my strap came off, and we went to drink margaritas. I think it was raining, and we were like walking outside in the rain, and it was just like a mess. But we were having fun because we got buzzed on these like mason jar margaritas, and they were great. And we come back to see the movie. I'm excited to see the movie, and because I love Blake Lively, I'm so excited. So we walk upstairs and we see Anna Wintour. She passes us and I'm like, oh my God, wow, we'll do that another time, but like, let's park that. So then we keep walking and this guy says to me, oh, hey, Bethany, you know Justin, he was on your podcast. And he's in this one like line and we say hello to each other. I didn't remember who he was. I don't know why, but we say hello to each other. He was very nice. I think he was wearing purple. And he's in this one theater. And then we think this, we saw him, so we're just going into the theater. Not usually, always, unless it's a weird different screenings, the premiere is in one giant theater and there might be like an overflow theater, okay? But here, like he's in one theater, something's going on somewhere else. I saw Anna walk this way. So they take us and they put us all the way to the left in this theater where like nobody was in this theater. And it was just strange. It felt like everybody was separated. And I just called Danielle to be like, oh my God, like everybody was separated. I mean, now we're hearing about everybody being separated and the vibe was off. And so what I didn't tell anybody, because I was like, we'll be canceled, was we left because the vibes were not vibing. Like wasted hair, makeup, outfit to go to the city, drink a margarita in a mason jar, take a bucket of popcorn, take 2 bites, see Anna Wintour, see Justin Baldoni, and left to go back to Connecticut. Like talk about blue ball.
If what Bethany Frankel said is true, then Blake's behavior during that event may have been the final straw for Anna Wintour. The idea that Blake was allegedly pulling those kinds of shady moves right under Anna's nose must have been seriously off-putting for someone who's built her entire career on precision, control, and reputation. For years, Anna has been known to maintain an image of elegance and exclusivity. So if she sensed any unprofessional energy, that alone could have been enough for her to make a tough call. Many fans believe that moment might have been when Anna quietly decided to distance herself from Blake and even consider leaving her off the Met Gala guest list altogether. But that might not be the only reason Anna is stepping back. As one of the most influential figures in fashion, Anna keeps a close eye on public opinion. And even she can tell that Blake's recent projects haven't been receiving the best feedback. Her upcoming film with Anna Kendrick, A Simple Favor 2, has already faced a wave of skepticism online, with many predicting it could underperform at the box office due to all the negative attention surrounding Blake lately. Between the leaked emails, the alleged tension at events, and her slipping public image, it seems like the star once celebrated as the Golden Girl of Hollywood might be going through one of the most challenging chapters of her career, and unfortunately, losing Anna Wintour's support could make that struggle even harder to overcome.
Alongside Anna Kendrick, and I should say first and foremost, regarding Anna Kendrick, we already knew that she was somewhat upset leading up to this premiere for obvious reasons. I mean, you imagine you work your off, you're in this movie, you're fighting with Blake Lively about who should be more prominently featured on all of the materials and the advertisements, because I guess that's a thing, like where you're featured on the movie poster, and Blake Lively wants to be prominently featured, and then she gets herself into this huge situation worldwide. She is sort of despised alongside her husband, and now you've got to recognize that this movie's probably not going to do so well because people are just not going to watch a movie with Blake Lively in it. And the rumors were that she felt that Blake Lively didn't do anything to dispel that. She didn't come out and make a statement. She didn't come out, with her heart in her hand or say anything. She just kind of allowed this movie to be like an innocent bystander to everything that went on with It Ends With Us. It Ends With Us, pardon. So leading up to this red carpet, all eyes were kind of on Blake. People were wondering if she was going to bring Ryan. I said, definitely not. That's not going to happen. Obviously, she's adjusting and she's realizing what a bad decision SNL was. People don't like Ryan Reynolds, especially. So she did show up alone.
It seems like the premiere of A Simple Favor 2 ended up being more about the surrounding controversy than the movie itself, and unfortunately, all fingers pointed toward Blake. What should have been a moment to celebrate her return to the screen turned into a conversation about her attitude, her image, and her rumored behind-the-scenes behavior. For someone like Anna Wintour, who values elegance, consistency, and professionalism above all else, that kind of chaos is exactly the kind of publicity she'd want far away from the Met Gala. The last thing Anna would allow is for the year's biggest fashion event to be overshadowed by drama and negative headlines. But according to insiders, this situation goes much deeper than a single bad press cycle or awkward premiere moment. The recent controversies have also painted an unflattering picture of Blake's work ethic, with whispers suggesting that she's become increasingly difficult to collaborate with on set and that her once spotless reputation for professionalism might be slipping. Whether those claims are exaggerated or not, the damage seems to have been done. And in an industry where reputation is everything, even the hint of instability can make powerful figures like Anna step back fast.
Take out, smear, and destroy the reputations of people that they don't like, or people perhaps that their clients don't like. But the question is, who do they do that on behalf of? Who does it benefit when they tell perfectly curated lies to get people really upset, to get the public very upset?
And it's not just Candace or bloggers commenting on the situation.
And it's not just Candace or online bloggers commenting on the situation anymore. Ever since the controversy erupted, several people within the entertainment and fashion industry who have reportedly worked with Blake in the past have stepped forward to share their experiences. And let's just say, the stories haven't been flattering. According to these insiders, working with Blake isn't always as glamorous as it looks from the outside. Some claim she can be difficult to please, while others describe her as overly controlling when it comes to creative decisions. Of course, these are just personal accounts, but the sheer number of people suddenly speaking up has made fans question whether there's more truth to the rumors than anyone first thought. What's even more concerning is how fast the narrative around Blake seems to be shifting from Hollywood's golden girl and red carpet favorite to a celebrity now surrounded by whispers of tension and ego. For Anna Wintour, whose professional world thrives on order, respect, and reputation, this kind of ongoing controversy could easily be the final reason to distance herself from Blake completely.
So when I was interning at the Fuse channel, as I said, this was 2005, end of May, beginning of June, she was doing press for Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants with 3 of the 4 girls. I don't remember who exactly was there, but it was Blake who was actually terrible and made me cry. So as an intern, we were allowed on set, but and as someone who grew up on set, you don't speak on set. It is quiet on the set because obviously the people with the microphones need to be heard, right? So your job was to just fetch things that various people needed. That day, it was my job to hand out these little water bottles to anyone who needed them. As they were walking to set from their green room, I had to pass them in this extremely narrow hallway, literally necessitating me to go like this against a wall so they could get by. Obviously, they're the priority. They need to get to set. I don't speak to them because, again, being an intern and also just growing up in the industry, you're seen, not heard, right? When you're not talent, you just do what you have to do. Show concludes, and me and all the interns are then brought upstairs for an emergency intern meeting, and they proceed to yell at us for being unprofessional. Now, I'm very confused. I'm looking around, and I'm like, nobody was unprofessional that day, at least from what I had observed. And then they ask me to stay after the meeting. So now I'm really, now my red flags are going off, what happened? She, specifically Blake, alleged that I was unprofessional and treated her like a fan. I want to reiterate, I did not speak to her. I had no idea who she was. She hadn't done Gossip Girl yet. This was her breakout thing. Didn't even know her name. I was focused on the next show that I was supposed to help with production, which was a gaming show that we were doing, or a contest show.
Yeah, that's definitely not the kind of energy Anna Wintour would want anywhere near her, especially at an event as high-profile and carefully curated as the Met Gala. And honestly, given everything that's been circulating about Blake and Ryan over the last few months, a lot of fans seem to agree. Social media has been flooded with mixed opinions, with some people saying they've grown tired of the couple's polished public image and the behind-the-scenes rumors that keep surfacing. What once made them Hollywood's golden pair, their chemistry, their humor, their picture-perfect appearances now feels strained. Too many fans who believe their reputation has taken a serious hit. For Anna, who protects the Met Gala's image like a fortress, inviting anyone caught in that much public scrutiny could easily risk overshadowing the entire event. The Met Gala is about elegance, exclusivity, and influence. 3 things Anna guards fiercely. And the last thing she'd want is unnecessary drama, stealing the spotlight from fashion's biggest night.
Oh, let me tell you something right now. They better not show their asses at that Met Gala. Because have you seen the theme? See, with a now defunct clothing line called Preserve that once harkened the allure of antebellum, not to mention that they got married at a plantation, documentation of which you will find nowhere on the internet as far as celebrity weddings are concerned. That might be the smartest thing they've ever done. No doubt they had the reception in this lovely facility called the Cotton Dock. This is probably what it looked like. And it's just a few yards away from the quarters. No. We're not having that at this Met Gala. We all thought them showing up at SNL was premeditated and presumptuous. Imagine they show up on the red carpet next to this guy, Coleman Domingo, who's one of the chairs. Or better yet, next to this couple, Rihanna and ASAP, who are also chairs. Guys, I know it's going to be hard to be downtown in Tribeca with all the excitement going on uptown, but please do not come. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Ms. Wintour, I would ask that you not extend the invitation, but I think you probably know better.
Meanwhile, some fans thought that Blake's fashion choice
Meanwhile, some fans have pointed out that Blake's recent fashion choices on the set of It Ends With Us should have been enough to give Anna Wintour second thoughts about her so-called fashion credibility. When behind-the-scenes photos from the film surfaced, viewers were shocked at how underwhelming the wardrobe looked, a far cry from the bold, elegant style Blake is known for on the red carpet. Many fashion followers joked that if Anna saw those outfits, she definitely wouldn't be impressed. Blake might look the part, but according to critics, she was acting more like a mannequin than a true fashion visionary. And before anyone blames the stylist for the creative mess, reports suggest Blake herself was the one calling the shots. Allegedly, she insisted on choosing her own wardrobe, making significant changes that not only disrupted the costume team's plans, but also inflated the production budget by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Court documents from Justin Baldoni's ongoing legal dispute even mention that Blake reworked the entire wardrobe design to match her personal vision for her character, Lily Bloom. Those changes reportedly sent costs soaring to over $600,000, far beyond what the team had planned. The documents also claim that Blake ignored the director's creative direction, dismissed weeks of the costume department's efforts, and overwhelmed the design team by sending hundreds of reference images outlining exactly what she wanted her character to wear. The wardrobe department allegedly had to completely reshop her entire look, draining resources and throwing off the production schedule for the rest of the cast. To make matters worse, reports claim that Blake even pushed for her character to wear $5,000 designer shoes to emphasize wealth. Despite the script describing her as a struggling small business owner, her constant creative changes supposedly forced Justin Baldoni to rethink major parts of the script and production, creating even more tension on set. In an internal message from the line producer dated April 25, 2023, the wardrobe team's spending was highlighted as unprecedented. With over $615,000 already spent, a figure more than triple the initial budget. The message explained that they had only completed shopping for Blake and Justin, with the rest of the cast still waiting on their costumes, and that the wardrobe team needed emergency budget replenishment just to continue production. While some argue that Blake's attention to details shows her passion for storytelling, others believe it exposed a controlling side that made working on the film far more complicated than necessary. And if Anna Wintour really did see all this unfold from the outside, it's not hard to imagine why she'd think twice before associating the Met Gala's name with that kind of behind-the-scenes chaos.
No, Blake Lively had spoken very openly about the fact that Lily Bloom's wardrobe was not only her clothes, but it was also Ryan Reynolds and Gigi Hadid. Yesterday, while going through Justin Baldoni's timeline, I had read page 17, which shared an email from the line producer talking about being over budget when it came to the wardrobe. Because of that, a lot of people were very confused, saying how on earth could they have been going over the budget if she was using her own pieces. This person responded to one of the comments under my video saying when she says she used pieces from Gigi Hadid, I assume she meant her clothing brand, which they probably bought. And this part I thought was very interesting. I didn't know this, but she said also actors get reimbursed for using their own wardrobe in the SAG contract. For example, talent, including even background extras, get additional money per day for clothing. I would guess she charged back for her clothing, whether making them pay OG costs or a huge rental fee, just an assumption knowing how wardrobe budgets work. After reading this, I did what any normal person would do, and I decided to search on TikTok to see if there were anybody in the industry that were speaking on this. I ended up finding a video from Ebony Brown Style, who is a union costume designer, and I tagged the video below. She confirmed when an actor wears their own clothing, they get paid for that. She also said that any time, for example, the Valentino bag would appear on screen, Blake Lively would allegedly get a check for that. If that were the case, that would make a lot of sense as to why they were going over budget, because a lot of these pieces were really expensive.
At this point, it's clear that Anna Wintour could have easily overlooked Blake's rumored tension with Justin Baldoni, but the way Blake allegedly sabotaged the film with her own fashion decisions might have been the final straw. For someone like Anna, the undisputed queen of the fashion world, seeing a star misuse style and creativity in a way that disrupted an entire production is something that's almost impossible to ignore. And if these reports are true, then Blake may have officially kissed her Met Gala spotlight goodbye, at least for this year. Fans everywhere are buzzing. wondering whether this is just a temporary punishment or a permanent break in one of fashion's most iconic relationships. Some believe Anna is simply sending a message, reminding everyone that no one, not even a Hollywood elite, is bigger than the Met Gala. Others think the damage is too deep for reconciliation and that Blake might be facing a long-term exile from fashion's biggest night. Whatever the case may be, this situation has everyone talking, from Hollywood insiders to fashion enthusiasts around the world. And only time will tell if Anna will extend an olive branch or close the doors to Vogue's inner circle for good. But what do you think? Is Anna Wintour done with Blake Lively for good? Or is this just her way of teaching one of her favorite stars a harsh but temporary lesson? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.